Hi children and viewers. In this video we are going to start one new lesson, that is structure of atom. Structure of atom. So children, I think in your ninth class you have some idea about the structure of atom. That is about the Rutherford atomic model, J. Thomson model and Bohr's model, atomic model. I think you have learned about those things. So children, in this class just I am going to explain about the structure of atom and what is the reason for why different atoms have different properties, and all the atoms are having same atomic particles or not, why different atomic particles having different subatomic particles. So as for your previous knowledge, you may have idea about that. What is that? Atom has elementary particles like electron, proton, neutron. Electron charge is negative and proton charge is positive and neutron charge is neutral. And children, according to your previous knowledge, according to Bohr, what is that? Simply the all those things what it is here. Simply in case of positive charge, it is what it is, that in the center of the nucleus, and protons are in the center of the nucleus, and all the electrons are revolves around the nucleus in particular orbitals. So I think all of you know that. So children, in addition to those subatomic particles like electron, proton, neutron, we have number of subatomic particles for every atom. So children, to understand that, we have to know about what this thing it is, why the nature of light. First we have to know about the why different atoms are having different properties and different subatomic particles. To understand that, first we have to know about the nature of the light, and the colors emitted by the atoms. So we have to know about that is. So in this video we are going to discuss that only. So already we know that children, what is the energy, and we have number of forms of energies: sound energy and light energy, mechanical energy, solar energy. We have number of energies are there. So children, in case of a sound energy, how the sound energy is produced? And sound energy is produced when any body is vibrated. Vibrating body can produce the sound, and these sound waves are moving from one place to the another place with the help of a medium. So this is also, I think, you learn in 9th class. So again, what you have to say, sound wave consists of two types: longitudinal wave, transverse waves. Already we discussed. So children, here when the sound waves are moving from one place to another place, the medium is necessary. But in case of light waves, there is no need of any medium. And children, so general thing for us, when we are having a pond, and in that pond the water is very steady, in that pond if you can drop a stone, what you observe? A disturbance is created. And the distance should be carried forward towards the all directions. So for example here, this is the now it is a pond, children. So in that water is there, so you are throwing one stone into the water, that should be at this position. Then at that location, what you have to do, children? At that location the disturbance is created, and the disturbance should be carried forward in the form of ripples. The energy that is created in the water, that should be equally transmitted in all directions. So we know all these things. Sound waves can transmit it like that, and water waves should be like that. And what about the light? So this is the main point you have to know. What is mean by a light wave? How the light can be transmits from one place to the another place. So here the light should be emitted from anything For example, the sun can emit the light. The sun can emit the light. That light should be in moving in form of waves. That is generally called wave theory of light. So children, wave theory of light. Wave theory. So here, what is mean by wave theory of light means, simply children, in this case we know that light consists of some charges. Light consists of charges. Those charges, while they are in vibration, they can be vibrates like to and fro. That means like this. The light consists of some charged particles. These charged particles are moves like this, to and fro. Due to that, there is some changes occurred in the electric charge. Due to the change in electric charge, some magnetic field will be developed. Clear? Got my point? The light waves are moves in the form of electromagnetic waves. Light waves are moves in the form of electromagnetic wave. They are transverse in nature. What is mean by electromagnetic wave and how the electromagnetic wave can be formed? Electromagnetic wave can be formed simply superposition of electric magnetic field vectors. So here, how the magnetic field should be developed means that, for that explanation is what, that the light consists of electric charged particles. Electric charged particles should be vibrates in to and fro motion. Due to that, the change in current should be takes place. Due to the vibration of charged particles, some electric field should be changed. Again, due to the change in electric field, that can produce the magnetic field. Clear? The change in electric field can produce the magnetic field. That's why here in the same region, electric field vector and magnetic field vector, those should be superimposed together. When they are superimposed together, there is some formation of electromagnetic wave. Clear? Simply we have to say that superposition of electric field vectors and magnetic field vectors, that should be known as a electromagnetic wave. And electromagnetic wave consists of both electric and magnetic field vectors, and both are superimposed together. Superimposed means that they are combined each other. When they are combined each other, during that time, they should be always in opposite directions. Children, on board one diagram it is there that shows the electromagnetic wave. This is the electromagnetic wave, children. So this is the horizontal line. What it is I am drawing now. Here this is the horizontal line. Clear? So this horizontal line is that will shows the direction of propagation of wave. The light wave is moving in this direction. So here there is some arrow mark similarities there that will shows the direction of propagation of wave. And children, for that electric field is in this direction and magnetic field is in this direction. Clear? That means what you have to say, children, the electric field vectors and magnetic field vectors both are in perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave, children. And children, you have to observe in this diagram. So here now I am drawing one transverse wave. You have to observe that. So it is where I am drawing, you have to focus that line on that line. Here you have to follow where I am drawing, children. That is the here electric field vector or electric field. Clear? So that should be shown like vertical lines like this. This is the vertical line, and this is the here. This is nothing but what displacement. It is in upward direction and downward directions. So this is the, children, electromagnetic wave, children. Clear? So watch it again, children. Here where I am drawing slowly on that line represents the electric field vector. So this is the electric field vector, children. Clear? And after that, children, now I am drawing here in opposite to that. Now I am showing this is the, now I am drawing like this is. So just you have to focus where I am keeping the chalk and where my hand is moving. You have to observe on that line. Now it is the magnetic field vector. Magnetic field vector. So to understand this one, simply here I am showing this is the electric field, electric field, and electric field, and this is electric, and this is electric, and this is electric. Again, this is magnetic, 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 and magnetic. In your textbook also, so the magnetic field vector should be, the pulses should be shown like with crosses like this. So once your text, in your textbook you have to check, there should be shown like pulses like this, children. So here this is. So in this way, children, electric field vectors and magnetic field vectors both are superimposed together when we are getting some electromagnetic spectrum. So this is simply about the, this is simply about the electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave is nothing but superposition of electric and magnetic field vectors. They should be superimposed together. Then we are getting the electromagnetic wave. In that electromagnetic wave, we have to observe that electric and magnetic field both are opposite to, both are in perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. These electromagnetic waves, are the responsible for the transmission of light. Transmission of light from one place to the another place. In other words, we have to say the light must be moved in form of the electromagnetic waves. Children, in your textbook you was given comparison between the, here the electromagnetic wave is nothing but the waves which are produced in the ocean, the water waves which are in the ocean, they should be like this. You was given comparison like that, children. And children, here you have to notice that generally these are called peaks. So peak means maximum, like this. These are the peaks. So children, when the distance between two successive peaks is called wavelength. Clear? The distance between two successive peaks is what we call wavelength. And children, the number of peaks produced in particular time is called frequency. Clear? So children, in case of formation of rainbow also we discussed. What's that? Formation of rainbow. Rainbow consists of how many colors? 7 colors. What are they? WIBGR. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. We have 7 colors are there. When they are forming the one rainbow, we can observe that the colors are all continuous. So on that time I clearly explained what's that. In those 7 colors, red color is having more wavelength and violet is having least wavelength. So if you can capture them on the one screen, that should be called a spectrum. What is meant by spectrum? Spectrum is nothing but the energy what it is emitted. That should be, if it is captured on a screen, that should be called spectrum, children. So even you can take light waves, sound waves, and water waves, and you can take all kind of waves. All kind of waves should be having one common relation, that is C is equals to nu lambda. C is equals to nu lambda. C is what? Velocity of light in vacuum, and nu is the frequency, and lambda is the wavelength. Lambda is wavelength. So on that time explanation of formation of rainbow, I clearly explained different colors are having different wavelengths. And at least for dispersion of light also we discussed. What is meant by dispersion of light? When the light is moving through a transparent material like prism, that should be splits into number of colors. That is what we call dispersion of light. So in that time also I clearly told every color has one particular wavelength. So children, these electromagnetic wave also having so many colors. Just wait for 2 minutes, we will discuss that. Okay children, C is equals to nu lambda. It is the formula for what I told you. C is equals to nu lambda. In that, what is C? Velocity of light in vacuum. And what is nu? Frequency. And what is lambda? Wavelength. In this case, how we are defining the wavelength? The distance between two successive peaks. That should be what we call wavelength. And what is the frequency? The number of peaks what they are developed in particular time. That is what we call frequency. What it is called? Frequency, children. So generally, C is equals to nu lambda. From that, what will it, children? Nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. Nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. I clearly told in previous videos, frequency and wavelength both are inversely proportional. That's why, children, you have to observe very carefully, children. Here, lambda is more for red. Then frequency is, what do you have to say? Lambda it is more. Then frequency is for red color is less. Color. In VGR colors, what I am telling, red has more wavelength, and wavelength is more, and frequency is less. Frequency is least. If you can go for blue, wavelength is less, frequency is more. And for violet also same thing. Frequency is less, frequency is more, and wavelength is less. So like that, children. So when we have idea about the condition, nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. Based upon that, we have to say among the 7 colors, which color has more wavelength and which color has least frequency or high frequency. You can say that based on that one. Okay children, now here to say electromagnet, the light consists of number of colors. To understand that, one example given in our textbook, that is, you have to take one rod, iron rod, that should be heated first. You are continuously heating the rod. So we are heating the rod means what? We are giving energy to the rod. Heat energy. So while we are continuously heating the rod, what you have to say? First, the color of that heated part of the rod should be seems like red color. After heating the rod, you can find that the rod should be appears in red color. After some time, it appears in blue color. After some time, that should be appears in orange color. After some time, that should be appears in white color. So white means what? Again, all colors should be emitted at a time. All colors are emitted at a time. So then what do you get? The rod seems to be in white color. The heated rod should be in white color. So generally our eye is sensible to the red color most, because the red color is having more wavelength. Then its frequency is less. So children, that means what? While we are heating the rod continuously at different situations, the rod should be in different colors. That is because of emission of number of colors by that particular rod. So children, according to Max Planck, the energy what it is emitted. So while we are heating the rod will absorb the energy. Again, the rod is re-emits the energy. What it is emitted, what energy is absorbed. In that part of some energy is again emitted or radiated. The rod should be radiate some energy. Again, the emitted energy appears in different colors. So we are finding the means what is what? We are seeing means that is the light energy. Clear? So according to the Max Planck, the energy what it is radiated by that particular body or that particular rod or particular atom, that should be in form of like this. E is equals to h nu. What is that? It should be in generally what we call energy packets. We will call here the energy according to the Max Planck, scientist name, according to the Max Planck, the energy emitted that should be like in form of E is equals to nh nu. E is equals to nh nu. Here n is equals to, children, integers 1, 2, 3 and so on. Integral multiple of h nu. Clear? Here, children, h is the Planck's constant and n is the numerical value and nu is frequency. Nu is frequency. Nu is frequency. Clear, children? So here, children, you have to observe now. E is proportional to nu. E is proportional to nu. Clear? E is proportional to nu. That means the energy emitted that should be directly proportional to the frequency of radiation. So E is proportional to nu. That means among the seven colors, which color has most frequency, that should be having more energy. Clear? Got my point, children? Here E is proportional to nu and nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. Clear? According to the statement, what you have to say, the color which is having more frequency, that should be having more energy. For example, red is having most, I told you what is that, red color is having the wavelength is maximum and frequency is minimum. When frequency is minimum, its energy also minimum. Clear? Got my point, children? For red color, we have more wavelength. Red color is having more wavelength and least frequency. According to Max Planck, E is proportional to nu. That means what I have to say, which is having less frequency, that should be having less energy. Clear? And compared to now, here we will take blue color. Blue color is having more frequency and less wavelength. In this case, the energy of blue color is more. Clear? So that means, children, while any atom is excited and that should be emits the energy, integral multiple of energy packets like E is equals to nh nu. That energy consists of number of colors. Every color should be having a wide range of its frequency. That means different colors are having different frequencies or different wavelengths. What I am telling here, the red color is having least frequency, that's why it is having less energy, and red color is having more wavelength too. For blue color, what I am telling, its frequency is more, that's why it is having more energy and that should be having lesser wavelength. So that means here the energy what it is emitted, that should be consists of multiple colors based upon their wavelength or based upon their frequency. We will classify them as the different colors. So in entire story, we have to say simply, when the energy is radiated, that energy consists of number of colors and every color is having its own wavelength and own frequency. Clear? If we can arrange them, the light is emits the energies. If the energy consists of number of colors, the number of colors are emitted in a range of order, then that should be called electromagnetic spectrum. Clear? What is mean by electromagnetic spectrum? Electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but the arrangement of all the colors which are emitted by the electromagnetic wave in particular order based upon that on their frequencies and wavelengths. That should be called electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but the electromagnetic can radiates the energy. That energy consists of number of colors. According to the wavelengths and frequency of those colors, we have to arrange them in proper order. That should be called here electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum consists of number of colors. That should be, their colors should be arranged in particular order based upon their wavelengths and frequencies. Children, diagram important, and here on board one diagram it is there, children, that is represents the electromagnetic wave spectrum. So children, this is a electromagnetic spectrum that should be mentioned in your textbook also there. Children, electromagnetic wave consists of so many rays: cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, here UV. UV means ultraviolet rays. So they are arranged. Electromagnetic wave consists of so many colors, so many rays, like cosmic rays. First one is cosmic, and next one is here gamma rays, and third one, children, X-rays, and fourth one, children, UV rays, ultraviolet. And after that, children, in our textbook here one vertical slit is there, that is the visible light. Generally our eye is response very sensitive to the visible light, so fifth one is visible light. And sixth one, children, here we are having some microwaves, and seventh one here, sorry, ultraviolet, visible light. Next thing is here, sixth one is infrared. IR will be there. IR means what? Infrared. And seventh one is micro, and eighth one is radar waves, and tenth one is, ninth one is radio. Here first thing is cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, and this is the visible light. So the visible light is available in the electromagnetic spectrum in between ultraviolet rays and infrared rays. That's why you have to remember the order very nicely. Visible light should be visible in electromagnetic spectrum. Where we will find the visible light? In between the ultraviolet and infrared. Got my point, children? So children, next thing is what? Infrared, micro, and radar, radio waves, and broadcasts. Okay, children. On that we have some values are there. 10 power of minus 9 meters, 10 power of minus 6 meters, 10 power of minus 3 meters, 1 meter, and 1 kilometer. That means, children, that is the wavelength. Based upon their wavelength, there should be, we are arranging like that. So children, here gamma rays is having the least value of wavelength, and radar waves is having the maximum wavelength. That means in a electromagnetic spectrum, while we are moving from left to the right side, we have so many values, the wavelength should be increases. And children, in your textbook, visible light also given again very clearly, just you can watch it, children. So this is about the simply introduction about the structure of atom, children. See once again clearly. Structure of atom. What is the necessity to know about the structure of atom means? Here every atom is having the so many number of atomic particles. Subatomic particles are different for different elements. Why they have different for different element means based upon their different properties of light, nature of light, and colors of light. First we have to know about that. And children, here in this entire thing you have to know about two things only here. The first thing is what is the nature of light means what? The light is moves in the form of electromagnetic wave. That is the first thing. And second thing is what? Electromagnetic wave is nothing but superposition of electric field vectors and magnetic field vectors. In an electromagnetic wave, wavelength is nothing but the distance between two successive peaks. Clear? That is the wavelength. And what is the frequency? The number of peaks available in particular time is called frequency. And the relation is what? C is equals to nu lambda, and nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. Clear? And next thing is what, children? And the energy which is emitted by the electromagnetic wave, that should be in form of E is equals to NH nu. According to the Max Planck, E is equals to NH nu, and E is proportional to V. Energy is more for the colors of light which is having more frequency. Clear? And children, you have to observe that what is meant by electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave is nothing but electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but the wide range arrangement of the all the colors according to their wavelengths. That should be called electromagnetic waves. So electromagnetic wave spectrum. So children, in our textbook, electromagnetic wave spectrum it is there. You have to watch the very clearly on the spectrum. Some values are mentioned. You have to observe those values and you have to practice the diagram too. Sometimes it will be asked in examination also. Okay children, I hope you understand. We will meet in the next video. In the next video we are starting directly going for very important topics. So keep continue to watch my videos. We will meet in the next video with some other interesting topic. Bye, take care.